Welcome to the Java Cafe, Java fam. Good morning. You're listening to Java with Jimmy.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. It is Thursday, March 17th, 2022, and I'm about 2 weeks in now for getting the date right. Good morning, everybody. It is Thankful Thursdays. Welcome to the Java Cafe. We are here this morning. We're going to talk with a long-time friend and sister that I met some years ago at New Life Restoration Temple, and I am happy to have her in the room. I reached out to her about a month or so ago, and in the spirit of Women's History Day, asked her to come in and talk with us about inner and outer beauty. But I was thinking about it this morning, and this is a woke sister, and so this conversation is going to be centered around beauty, but talking about some other things. World issues may come up. How you really impact ministry may come up. And so without further ado, I'm going to bring my friend and sister into the room. She is looking wonderful this morning. And I am extremely excited to have my friend and sister in the room by the name of Miss Keisha. I should say evangelist, minister, doctor. Listen, all of that. Keisha, welcome to the Java Cafe. Listen, all things to all people.
That's right.
That's what How are you this morning?
I'm good. How are you doing, Jimmy?
I am doing well. I'm glad to have you in the room. It is Thankful Thursday. With all that's going on in the world, we are still thankful. We were taught by our spiritual father, who we just but commemorated, his passing this week. You are a Bragg kid and a Bragg daughter. And so, I'm doing, pretty good. How are you doing?
I'm good. It's been an emotional week. March is an emotional week for all of us Bragg kids.
Yeah.
But maybe we'll talk about it later, but I was thinking about something that he did to where I am now. So I'm good. I am very good, very good, very good. God is good.
I am glad to hear that. And with all that's going on, you are a businesswoman, you are an entrepreneur, you are author, you are a pro makeup artist, you are a songstress, you are a songwriter, you're a performer, you're a minister. And so tell us a little bit about yourself, how you landed in the field of beauty, because in meeting you some years ago, and let's just give a shout out to Johnson Wales. We got Johnson Wales Watch Care along with Berkeley.
Yeah.
We're going way, way back. But I would given you, and you are a professional performer as well, but in the land of beauty, you are beautiful. How did you land here in doing K Cosmetics and the author? Just you got a whole lot going on, Jesus.
Yeah, so there is a lot going on. And first of all, thank you for having me. Thank you for your team. You guys have been incredible. It's just been a great process working with all of you. So how I got started, right? So once I left Boston in 2009, I had been laid off from Bank of America, and I heard God say, go home. And so that was kind of a fight. That was kind of a struggle. Like, I don't really want to go home. I established my life in Boston. Like, you know how it is, right?
Yep.
I had my church home, I had my church dad, my church family. Like I'm on my own. I'm good. And he said, go home. And it wasn't because I was laid off or anything like that. I had plenty of money in the bank. It was just a call, be obedient. And so I said, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and go home. And beauty found me. And so when I was in college and even throughout while we were working with Leroy Street with Grace and all the different groups that I was with when we were in Boston, I would do the girls' makeup. D Lavender was my first makeup client. And I would like, we're sitting backstage about to open up for Israel New Breed. And she's like, just do something on my face. And I was like, okay. Right. So she had all these pretty colors and I just put something together, right? She loved it. And she was like, you need to work with Mac. And I said, no, I didn't. I just didn't feel like it was for me. So transition into home, I was like, this is a great opportunity for me to do what I actually like to do. What do I like to do? What like brings me joy, fulfillment, da da da. And I found a makeup class here in Connecticut. And so even though I had been dibbling, dabbling with makeup, I started buying a whole bunch of makeup, like a whole bunch of stuff. And I took a makeup class, 12 weeks, went through the class. And right after that class, before the class even ended, before we graduated, I was like, I'm going to need a job, right? To make up for this money that I spent out for this class.
Yep.
I'm going to need a job. And so I went to Macy's, went to the Mac counter, all dialed up. Everything was like on point. And they didn't have any openings, but they sent me to another counter. And I started in 2010. That's when my makeup career started.
And I'm sorry, I'm looking at a couple of comments here because folks are, I think we have Jonathan in the room. Good to see you, sir. Good to see. This is the nephew out here doing what the nephew. Listen.
That's the person you need to have on your show, okay?
No comment. And if he's still watching, I've been in his inbox, but you know, he's so busy with the wonderful record exec and whatnot. I used to rock the boy on my lap.
Right.
Baby. And so I'm so proud of him. So proud of him. So that threw me off a little bit. So I found it interesting that you said beauty found you. I kind of feel the same way about this platform. You know me. I either would have been a politician, a pastor, a nonprofit leader. So we share sort of that our destiny finding us. And so when I reached out to you to talk, I wanted to talk in the spirit of Women's History Month about beauty. But as you know, time passed and whatnot, we have some talking points we're going to talk about. But beauty is, first of all, how do you, as a professional makeup artist, with understanding mental health and what people deal with life issues, you know, I know you. I don't talk to you often, but I know that you are aware of world issues. I know you are aware of women's issues. And so with all of that, how do you define beauty for yourself and share that among the public? And then I got a second question that is going to be very interesting.
Okay. Beauty for me, I'll tell you this. Beauty for me is love, right? So back working in the industry at the makeup counter, you see a lot of people, right? So for me, and it sounds really corny, but for me, everybody is beautiful to me, right? Everybody. I can find beauty in
Does
everybody.
that include men? Let me just jump to the second question.
That includes men. That includes men. I find beauty in everybody, right? So this is how I know this is what I'm supposed to do, because I do find beauty in everybody. And so I was at the counter and working. This man comes in. He's disheveled from head to toe. He looks like he just woke up from a dumpster. I'm not even kidding. And he brought his wife or his significant other in with him. She clearly had some sort of addiction or under some influence of something, because she had like that nod when you're like awake, but then you're not awake. Yeah. So, and so he sat her down and he said, I just want her to feel beautiful. And so I said, okay. And I knew it was going to be something. And I knew at the time, because I was fasting and I was like, Lord, teach me how to love people. And of course, I'm fasting. Teach me how to love people. This happens, right? So she didn't smell good. And you could tell it was just they are street people. They live on the street. So I said, all right, sit her in the chair. No problem. It's early in the morning. She was the first person in my chair. And I did a whole makeup on her. Didn't expect a penny, because you know, you're in a sales environment. You want money, of course, everybody sits in your chair. Your managers are like, how much money did you make out of that sit down? And so I just sat her down and did a makeover for her. The way he loved her and wanted her to have, and it was just like a basic face. It wasn't like anything glamorous. The way he loved her and wanted her to sit down and have this makeover, the way I saw her and the way God saw her, all came into place into that part of her face, right? That to me is beauty. When you can see the beauty in people, or that's love. You can see the beauty in people even when they don't look beautiful, right? I've been in the industry, makeup industry, music industry forever. Looks are everything. Everything.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? So that to me, self-care, your inner beauty, your inner love, how you love yourself, how you love others, that's beauty to me. Long way around, yes, but yes.
No. I'm glad you went that way, and I jumped in the second, and I want you to go a little bit deeper. The second iteration of the question is, because words matter. We are in a time now where there's so much fluidity around, gender and words and things like that, and so some are extra careful. But I'm intentional about asking you, are men beautiful too?
Absolutely. Especially Black men. So shout out to Black men.
Listen, I told y'all. And so can we just deviate for a little bit?
Absolutely. We go wherever you want to go.
You just did what I've been talking about, because I'm sure you're aware that there's this sentiment of protecting Black women. There's a sentiment that I've heard that the woman's worst enemy, a Black woman's worst enemy, is a Black man. And so there is conversation going on around between the Black genders, genders within the Black community. And so do you believe that we can walk and chew gum at the same time? And what I mean by that is we can protect Black women and celebrate men at the same time in both of their beauties.
Yes, absolutely.
Beauty.
And that's something that I do all the time. Like, I love Black men. I think Black men are just the most beautiful creatures on the planet. And Black women are at the same time. You can protect Black women and love Black men at the same time. You absolutely can walk and chew gum. And we need to walk and chew gum at the same time, because we have to carry each other. Right. And this is something I talk to my sister. She's also my manager. This is something I talk to her about it all the time. Divisiveness right now is at an all-time high.
You better come here.
Right. So not only are we divisive outside, you see the divisiveness inside. Who's Black enough? You're born on a different continent, so you're born here in America, so you're born in the islands, so it's like, no. Every time people see us, they just see this.
My God.
It don't matter if you have an accent. It don't matter if you have a green card. It really doesn't matter. They only see this. I'm going to protect you because you look like me.
That is so. I told you that we're here talking about beauty, and this is beautiful, but this can go any and everywhere. And so I believe in the fact that you can walk and chew gum at the same time. And again, I had an idea in my head when I first approached you, and as the weeks progress, I'm like, this is going to wind up going a different way. Yeah. And so let's inner and outer beauty. Let's speak to that in general. You said a few minutes ago that looks were everything. And I said, I think in one of the emails to you that we were going to talk about inner and outer beauty. And I said that you can be beautiful on the inside and may not appear to be wonderful on the outside, and then vice versa. Mm-hmm. And so when you say that looks at everything, that's understood. In the industry, there's a professionalism. You want to give a spirit of excellence when you're going out in front of the public. Yeah. However, let's talk a little bit about inner and outer beauty in general. Mm-hmm. Just because you may have an outer appearance of what some may classify away from your definition around, sort of the typical general vague idea of beauty. Can you be beautiful outside and maybe not be so beautiful inside? And there's two veins to not so beautiful inside. There's the, just downright, just some spirits of people aren't so wonderful and kind. But then life circumstances can make men and women not feel so beautiful inside. Inner and outer beauty. What's your perspective?
So, as a person who has dealt with depression and low self-esteem, and just not seeing yourself in that pretty mirror, like that mirror that God sees you in, um, yes, inner and outer beauty. You can be very ugly on the inside and dress it up on the outside. Very, very, very. And not only like spiritually, but then there's people, or like your mental capacity, but then like you said, there's people that are just ugly on the inside. Like they just have the nastiest attitudes. Um, but are you going to treat them the way they treat you? Right? Or are you going to see the beauty in them? They are fearfully and wonderfully made, just like you are, and leave them where they are. Love them anyway, right? It, to me, it all comes down to love. Do you love yourself? Like when I've battled depression the most in my personal life, what got me through not only just prayer and seeking counseling, because we all need Jesus and a therapist. Um,
We gonna go back to that. Finish your thought. I got you.
Okay. All right. Put a pin in that.
Yes.
But we need both. We can't have both. We can walk and chew gum. This is gonna be like we can walk and chew gum at the same time, right? So if someone is dealing with something on the inside that's spiritual, mental, emotional, when I've dealt with the most depression, like near suicide, the whole thing, it was me literally saying, okay, let me take a shower, let me comb my hair, let me clean my space, let me do laundry, let me dust, let me read a book, let me do something that not just my outer appearance, but something that will put joy on the inside, something that would just change something for me on the inside. And people are really grasping that now, especially over 2020, over the pandemic. You see a lot of the apps and stuff that are catering to mental health. You can just go on your phone and find a therapist. So things like that, like people are literally now saying, get up and clean your space. Take one day at a time.
And declutter it, but go ahead.
Declutter, right? Take it one day at a time, because whatever is going on in the inside, and not just showing up on the outside physically, but if I came to your place and I saw how you were living, dishes in the sink, your bathroom isn't clean, your bedroom is disheveled, your closet is like, my closet is out of control right now, but that has nothing to do with depression. It's just I shop too much. I've lost like 20 some pounds and I've shopped way too much.
Yes,
so, yes. So yeah, cleaning your space, taking time to do the small things, working out. That does a number of things for people. Like control the controllables. These are things that you can control, right?
I should have bought a pen. Hold on, because I need to take notes talking to you. Go ahead. All right. Control the controllable, Jesus. Go ahead. Keep going.
Control the controllables. These are things you can control, right? If you go to your doctor and your doctor says, hey, your blood pressure is high, like they did me last year. Your blood pressure is high. All right. She's like, I'm going to put you on meds if you don't get your blood pressure down. So I'm like, all right, cool, no problem. Didn't do what she said. The next time I saw her, I was on amlodipine.
Just a side note and correlation here, because we do Your Healthy Java first and third Tuesday, and they've been talking about the proactive and prevention and taking care of yourself. And we're talking inner outer beauty, and taking care of yourself, and health is a part of it. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's all the things. It's all the things, right? Mental, emotional, spiritual, physical. It's all the things. So I was on amlodipine and then had surgery this time last year. And I was like, I'm going to get off of this amlodipine, right? It's something I can control. I can control diabetes. I control getting it. I can control high blood pressure. I can control cholesterol. If I make that personal decision to say, no, I'm going to change the way I eat. I'm going to diet. I'm going to exercise.
Peloton, what is it?
Peloton, baby.
Y'all need to send a check to Java with Jimmy and K Cosmetics, but go ahead.
Don't play. Don't play, because you're not. Certain things are generational, right? Diabetes is generational in my family. My mom said she's always had cholesterol, high cholesterol. We never really had high blood pressure. I was just going through a lot emotionally, and it was like wreaking havoc on my body. And so when I made that mental decision, like, I'm not going to be here. This is not where I die. This is not the hill that I die on. No, we're going to change this, control the controllables, and change your mentality, change your heart, have a change of heart, have a change of mind, have a change of spirit. This is not where I stay.
Good correlation into the next thing, going back to what you said, and Eric said that was good. Control the controllables. There was, he said we needed to hear this. So Jesus and a therapist, you talked about, making a decision and cleaning and doing things. And let's be 100. Oftentimes life circumstances, depression and things like that fight with the energy. Sometimes we've heard people say, I just couldn't get out of bed.
Yeah.
And let's go a little faith for a minute. We believe that when we go to the altar, or when we pray at home, that Jesus heals us from what we're dealing with mentally. But I found myself about a decade ago saying that the wonderful miracle happens at the altar. You get delivered, you get healed, but sustaining the mental health healing, or you get healed from high blood pressure and you get the controlling the controllables. The doctor says, okay, you did well. You don't have to take the medicine anymore, but that don't mean you go out and start eating pork skins and all that other stuff.
Right.
And so just to bring it back to what you said about a mentality, talk a little bit about Jesus and the therapist, because, during the pandemic, a lot of people embrace therapy. But we know in the worlds that we come from, often this is a general statement that it's believed that you pray. Some folks have went in deep and, depression is a spirit and all this other stuff, and not countering anybody's beliefs. But some of us, some folks saved, sanctified, filled with the Holy Ghost could benefit after they get up from the altar under the white sheet. They need to go lay on somebody's black couch.
Period.
So Jesus and a
Period.
Jesus and a therapist.
Jesus and a therapist, they go hand in hand, right? It's not like you just said. We can do both. Control the controllables. You have to make a mental decision to prioritize your mental health. How can you be successful or a help to someone else, especially in ministry? How can you be a help to someone else if you are not a help to yourself? Like, all it comes out is just it becomes just words. Like, it's just word salad, right? And so if I'm getting help for myself, I can be more effective to minister to you, right? I can't say that God is a healer if I'm not doing anything to sustain the healing. Like, I sing all the time about him being a healer because he has healed me. But if I'm not doing anything to sustain the healing, how can I be effective in my ministry?
So that means
I didn't come here to like preach and stuff.
No, you're good. You're good. Please.
Okay.
So that means we have a decision.
You have to make that
control the controllables. And what I'm hearing from you is that embracing therapy is okay.
Embracing therapy is okay. You're going to fight spiritual battles, fight spiritual with spiritual, but the natural has to be fought with the natural.
And what did Bishop teach us? First natural, then spiritual. So, all right, we're what you call? We're not going to go. We're gonna. And Mama Java is in the room. Talk about.
Hey, Mama Java.
Use you. Let God use you. And so I'm enjoying this because there is this theme of Women's History Month and celebrating women, and we're here celebrating Black women and men during Women's History Month. But this is y'all's month. Let's move a little bit into the space. As a Black woman, you're also an entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about how because moving from a space of reliance on a job, every week you got a paycheck. I know sometimes in the makeup industry, it's commission and all that other stuff.
Yep.
How did you make the decision moving from being an employee at Mac to now K Cosmetics and being your own boss and an entrepreneur as a Black woman, which is the highest right now demographic in entrepreneurs in the country. How did you get on that road?
I feel like it was something that was always meant to happen.
Okay.
Because doing the makeup for people, God was just consistently giving me ideas like, okay, you're doing her makeup, but you can have products for her. You're doing products, but you can teach classes. You're teaching classes, but you can write the book. And so it just became like a full circle type of situation. And as of last year, I like rebranded because of COVID, right? We're all at home. I can't be in your face. I can't do your makeup for you face to face because Connecticut was like shut down. And so before then, actually, before 2020, no, in 2020, that's when I released the book. I had always been teaching one-on-one classes. I had a master class. I've done that. But the Lord was like, put it in a book. And so over the years from 2010 on, I was just compiling information, like step by step, skincare, makeup. And so 2020 was finally done. He said, release the book. And so um, I went to Amazon and just uploaded an ebook, and it cost me next to nothing to do it.
And so you're a published author.
I'm a published author on Amazon, and the book is called Beauty Basics 101.
Hold on. Let me type in here while you talk.
Yeah.
Real quick. Tell us a little bit about the book.
Yeah, so it's a step-by-step instructional guide. It's an ebook. And the ebook came about because I asked a lot of my usual VIP clients, like the people that come to me all the time. And so I was like, would you rather have this like a physical book that you can touch, or would you rather have it on your phone? And everyone was saying they wanted it on their phone because if you're going to Ulta or Sephora, here it is in your phone. You're not going to carry a book. You have it here, right here on your phone. Keisha recommended X, Y, and Z. These are the products I'm going to pick up. And that's just how it worked. Yeah.
Okay. And so now you're a full-fledged business entrepreneur, your
Yeah.
own boss, make your own schedule, do
Yeah.
your own thing.
Yeah. So I still, because of the pandemic, I still try to work full time.
Okay.
Or try to work some type of gig because of the pandemic, right? I had
Yes.
to pivot everything, change the name of my business. So now it's Keisha Holden Beauty. And then I started making skincare and body care products. And so it's just like body butters, face moisturizers. I do beard care, things like that. And that was because of last year. And again, now I have clients that come in every now and again, VIP clients. I take the people that I want to take that will bring positive energy into my space. And they're sitting here, they get their service done, and I have products right in front of them. And so they can purchase those products and take them home. So there are just certain levels that God is like, I want you to do this. I also released singles guide, like a singles devotional for men and women. I did that in 2020 as well.
Okay.
So we did that. And then I have a couple other book ideas, like something for singles, again, single women, because I love us and I want us to be great, you know?
Absolutely.
So God has given me that idea, and I've just been like compiling information and just kind of brainstorming that. And eventually that's going to come out. It just has to be the right time. But yeah, it's been a journey. And then the songwriting aspect came a whole different way.
Okay.
If we want to go there, we can go there.
Let's go there. Because one of the things I want folks to know is that I'm looking. So I was trying to bring your website up, but I upgraded and permissions would shut everything down. So I can't bring the website up, but we'll make sure that we post it and share it later. I lost my train of thought. Go ahead, hun. Go ahead.
Okay. So yeah, if you go to KeishaHolden.com, that'll link you to everything, right? So the beauty business, my music, everything is on that one site. So the way the songwriting thing came about, speaking of our dad, I don't know if you remember, I don't remember what year it was, but he had us all at the altar and he was praying and prophesying on all of us. And I'm like, okay, Lord, if you have a word for me, I'm open. My heart is ready, hands up, eyes closed. And all of a sudden I feel that big old hand.
I'm sorry.
Chacho, he like that hand, honey. And so he said in my ear, and he said it like with so much force, and he was like, accept the call of a psalmist. And I'm like, I mean, I sing in a choir, I'm on a praise team, I sing, I do my thing, not knowing what the call of the psalmist really was.
David, go ahead.
Right? And so fast forward, I'm back here in Connecticut and singing with JJ, singing on the road, singing with Harlem Gospel Choir, do my thing, passport, beautiful, right? And here comes Latrice Ryan. It was a Sunday morning for our women's ministry. And she's up, like she's at the end of her sermon, shouting to people. We up. She turns around, up. She turns around to the choir stand and she said, you. She went through this whole thing. And she said, you're going to write your own songs. You're going to compose them. God is going to quicken your songwriting abilities. Before that time, I had only written one song that I was like happy to like release and sing, whatever. That was in May of 2018. By September of 2018, songwriting downloaded like crazy. My sister is here.
Hey.
Nichelle. And so that's where God had quickened my songwriting abilities. And now it's turned into a publishing company. I wrote a record for myself. I've been writing with other artists, and we got so much stuff coming down. And I'm just like, I'm a student at Berklee College of Music. Never thought that would happen. Never in life.
Wait a minute. I said again, because because you sing and whatnot. And as much as I know you were at Johnson & Wales, you said I'm a student at Berklee. And I said again,
Berklee student.
Really? One note.
Always wanted to go to Berklee, always, since high school. But it just financially, it didn't happen. But because they have the online classes.
In the pandemic, you better come on here.
And so, yeah, here we are.
So no disrespect to Berklee, but are you just going for theory and just to get the academic knowledge?
No, I'm going for a songwriting and music producing bachelor's degree. I just got accepted like the other day. Last week is when I got the acceptance letter. And so
first public announcement that you got accepted to Berklee. I'm always trying to do first announcements.
Listen, exclusive. First, yeah. God is amazing. And they were like, we want one of the requirements, you have to send them a demonstration of your music ability. And so I sent them my new single, not knowing that they would be like, oh, okay, yep, you're in.
Let me do this because folks are now. Are you on Apple Music anywhere?
I am on Apple Music. I'm on every platform you can think of all over the world.
I will do it at the very end because Facebook is a little, and you get this, you all's royalties. And so at the very end, you tell me what song to play on Apple Music. Because folks are like, can you play one of her songs, Jay?
So I have one song out called Like a Flood, and it's with my name. Spell my name right.
Yes.
KECIAHOLDEN. It's called Like a Flood. Put that on there, and then you'll be able to hear the song.
Okay. I'm going to get that queued up because that's at least one thing that I think will work right until I get all this stuff hooked up right. Keisha, and Jesus, it's 9:37 already. All right. So when time goes, it's 9:37. So one of the things, and now I'm realizing in real time why I had this sense that this was going
to here. Hi, Niche. That's my manager.
Listen. Oh, let's just celebrate the managers because but my former manager is now went back to school, and so it's me managing me. I have someone that does the schedule, but good to see you, Tamisha. It's been a while, but good to see you.
Own business. She is LLC'd as well, EIN'd as well, honey. We don't play games.
Management and any type of because some folks said I maybe need to look at an agent. So does she do a little bit of that too?
She does a little bit of this and a little bit of that.
We might need to talk so we can, expand the platform, Jesus. And then I'll be on TV one day and get a man beat face.
Listen, let's go. Listen, I've done it for JJ. All them times we were on TBN, yes, sir. We went on a Roland Martin show. Yes, sir.
So, oh God, Roland.
He has a bald head, so he has to not shine. I'm sorry, we getting off track. He has to shine, right? So we have to take care of the
Excellent. And I mean, and again, in the context of being a professional, you're on television, you want to make your best presentation. And
right.
so, so getting back to my point of why I felt today was going to go different, can you help correlate? And you mentioned a little bit of your journey with mental health. Thank you for your transparency around suicide, ideation, around depression. What I'm realizing now is that I think the theme of today is we're talking inner and outer beauty. It's not just restricted to women, but
Right.
correlate a little bit of all that you talked about that you've been through to where you are now. How, in spite of.
In spite of,
In
yeah, I'm in
spite of.
such like a good place. And it's not about like all of the hyphens after my name. It's not about music on the platform. It's not about Berkeley. It's not about how I look. It's not about any of that. At the end of the day, I am truly, truly grateful, first of all, that I'm here. Last year around this time, I was laid up and um, recovering from surgery. And it was the same surgery that I had from 7 years ago or 7 years prior until that surgery. So a lot was going on with that. So I was in a place where I was like,
Real
again,
fact. Come.
right?
Yep.
And then, you know, being here now, I posted on my stories a while ago, like I am so happy and I feel so fulfilled. Like I have so much joy. I can spend time with myself. I spend time with myself, honey.
My grandmother taught me that early. Take yourself out to eat. Do your own. Well, I'm do it. I used to try, but do your own nails.
Yes.
Sometimes eat a little something unhealthy. Just just
Yes. Just enjoy yourself,
enjoy
right?
yourself.
And enjoying God, enjoying my walk with the Lord. And it hasn't always been like this. I was afraid to be alone. I was afraid to even spend time with people. I was afraid because I was like, I don't want them to see the real me and see the fact that I'm not happy, right? And see the fact that I'm not everything they think I should be because I felt like I always had to be on. Felt like I always had to be, you know, Keisha the performer, Keisha the makeup artist, Keisha this, Keisha that. I couldn't just be Keisha. And so my small circle, and some of those people you see in this your chat section, my small circle allows that to happen. So I would add that to your inner beauty and your self-care. Make your inner circle, right? Make it so that nothing that you say, do, whatever is judged. Make sure that you're in a safe place because there will come a time there, and there have been times where I just couldn't be myself. And thankfully, my circle of family who are my friends, we don't share blood, but we share a heart. They keep me very safe. And that's the place where this 32-inch wig can come off. All of this can come off, and all we have on is lipstick and a little eyeliner. All of this can come off, and they will still love me for Keisha. No middle name, Holden.
So, last question, because I'll be honest, I've struggled with this. I'm getting to a point in my life where I am getting comfortable in who I am.
Yeah.
I'm not a millionaire yet, but I'm okay. I don't struggle, even if it's down until and it's funny because I've been in positions the last maybe 6 or 7 months where on paper it looks one way, but I have demonstration through life. But these past 6 or 7 months, when it comes to some significant financial things, where I got to get comfortable with what I wrote down was when you said you're in a good place. Do you find yourself struggling sometimes with being okay? Because we're always fighting, because we, as a people, and then in life, how do you dwell in that happy place without sort of what's coming? We should be prepared.
Yeah, we should be prepared because you should always be praying, always be fasting, always
Always
seeking the Lord's
saving.
face,
Mhm.
always saving, right? Because that's the spiritual and the natural. That's what we were taught. That's what I stand on.
Yep.
And so that's where I am now. Like I'm an entrepreneur, so my money thrives off of sales. My money thrives off of who I work with, the gigs that I have. Like I'm a gig related business. And so the fact that I've had all the savings through 2020 and not had like a full-time job is the only reason why, and being obedient to what God is saying, like these classes and doing this, doing that is the only reason why I'm still afloat.
How do you be comfortable in that good place though? Because I'll be very transparent. There are times where I exhale and I can comfortably exhale, but then immediately I'm like, what's coming? Like I had to
Yeah,
call somebody one day and be like, listen, things are going well. And I have a little bit of anxiety because things are going well.
I've been like that because there are times when you've gone through like the worst parts of your life and you're like, I thought I was happy and now I'm going through this. But I think those are the times that God sets you up for the times that are coming. We're going to go through, right? Saved or unsaved, you're going to go through. But your foundation should always be God will always supply my needs. My God is a healer. Once he becomes personal to you, you have that solid foundation. So no matter, and I've had those times where I'm like, all right, I'm in a really good place. When is the other shoe going to drop?
Come. And yeah.
And literally had to like pause and say, okay, when is the other shoe going to drop? And then I had to remind myself, whatever comes, though he slay me, yet will I trust him.
And God got you to take it to
Got me, honey. He's never failed before.
only because I know you, and the confident shade in the tone was just wonderful. And I almost said it a couple of times last week. I've almost lost my mic in the mixer because yeah, I know you, so I understood that cadence. Minister, author, entrepreneur, champion, songstress, makeup artist, Holden. I am just elated to see the evolution from the woman I remember standing on the little corner on, if you're standing in facing the choir stand, standing on the right,
Yep.
and just killing us in music and taking us in. But I about a couple of weeks after we talked, I'm like, this is just going to be different. And I believe, and based on the comments and stuff that are in here today, and we have, our mother's board is very, very active. My boy teased me. He said today's going to be a little Oprah. But it is important, and that's why I was intentional about bringing out the points of men are beautiful too. And I love how you affirmed me as a Black man and loving and caring for us. And I affirm you as well and celebrate you and encourage you and hopefully from today, because we're going to make sure folks know where they can reach you. This is where you go to get all of the information from. If you need a song written, you need production, you need your makeup did. Now, if you're not in Connecticut, consider you got to fly her out. Listen,
we do fly. Amen.
we do fly, even though I just saw a report this morning that if we think the gas prices are going up for us with cars, they said to fill up a plane right now went up about $9,000 a fill.
Yep.
Lord Jesus. So keep that in mind in your budget. Don't be calling Sister Keisha talk about the Lord told me that he's going to make a way for you to get to Arizona and do my makeup. Yeah, he did.
Yes, he
Your
did.
credit card. All right. I'll say, let me behave. So you can go there to get all the information. The other thing is, and this information is on there too, but because we have it typed, we're going to show it. Beauty Basics 101 by Keisha Holden on Amazon.com. Go pick that up. It is electronic, so you can get it. Are there any men notes in there?
So the skincare piece, there's some men notes, but the skincare piece is definitely for men. I did add a lot of men stuff in there. Yes.
I'm going to challenge you to get, because some of the brothers would be like, I don't need a sister telling me. Maybe get with a brother, or you're a professional, do it by yourself, but do a little write up for us brothers, because
absolutely
and stuff, and stress, and sometimes we get little flare ups and things too. So I would definitely appreciate it, and hopefully in a few months we can bring you back and debut Keisha Holden Beauty for Men.
Few months, Jesus. All right, let me work on this now.
Leave it right there. I appreciate you, Keisha, so much. As I said in the conversation, this won't be the last time that you're here. I think as we both are developing and doing things, we think about how we be intentional about collaborating and coming into this space, because based on the comments, go back and, look after the show. You really encouraged a lot of people today. And people go back and watch after and bring it up. And so I really appreciate you. And if inclined, if you want to do any write-up and share some information, we'll throw it up on the website, share your link and whatnot, and make sure that people tap into you. But I wish I could have brought up the website, because it's just, I'm going to talk to my web guy just to see it, because I'm sure he's going to appreciate the aesthetics of it. Y'all need to go see it. Keisha Holden. Now I did KeishaHoldenBeauty.square. Let me put it in here real quick.
Yeah. The site is KeishaHoldenBeauty.square.site for the makeup. Okay. But that's also, there's a connection from Keisha Holden to Keisha Holden.
You got everything linked. You got everything but LinkedIn. Hold on. Let me put it here in the comments so they can go and get it there. So the website is in the comments, and I'm going to put it here as well, so you all can take a screenshot if you need to, because I know you don't want to leave the cafe until we're done. But this is the website. So remember, if you just go to Google and put Keisha Holden Beauty, it'll give you a couple of options to Facebook and whatnot. But I think it's the second link based on my search, where you can go here and get in touch with her, share the information, and help promote this Black-owned business and this wonderful queen. And so I appreciate you. I'm going to go pay some bills. I love you. Your website is definitely dope. It's just,
listen, I did that. Let's talk. Because Keisha Holden did that. Because when you're your own, you're the marketing, you're the website developer, you're the treasurer, you're the secretary, you're the everything. So yeah, I thank you so much, Jimmy, for having me on. I so appreciate this. I've been looking forward to this since you called me. Even before I saw it happening. So thank you for being obedient. And to all of your followers, God bless y'all. Thank y'all for joining. And yeah, I hope y'all stay in contact. You see my Instagram name. Yeah, stay in contact. I follow back. I'm not that famous.
Listen, I appreciate you. I love you. And I can't wait to bring you on some other things to hear your opinion around the things around which we are woke and issues, how ministry, if they haven't adapted, need to adapt and whatnot. So
we can go there, honey. We can have all kinds of
listen, there will be more combos. And so I appreciate you, hon.
And everybody, you can walk and chew gum
at the same time.
At the same time. Well, we can love Jesus and have a therapist.
Close it in your clothes.
Respect Black women and love Black men at the same time. We can do it all.
Hold on, I forgot. Actually, you know what? Can I put you on the spot just a little bit, because I have to pay some bills and I don't want Facebook to kick me off. Would it be possible?
Let me do this real quick.
You have the ability to.
I got you.
Okay, you're gonna do what I used to do. You go play it from the phone. I mean, the other thing you could do is just give us a couple of bars or something. I mean, I know it's early. You haven't done your vocal warm-ups like Michelle used to teach us.
Listen, Michelle is my vocal teacher, and so I'll wake up. Doing what I gotta do. Because you never know, right?
You never know.
So grace like a flood, grace like a flood, overwhelm me, capturing my heart like a river, overflowing, consume me in your love, come and dwell here in this place, take over, grace like a flood. That one was free. Now you got to go buy it. Amen.
So what I am going to do is make the announcements, and then I'm going to close out with that and play it until Facebook kicks us off.
Okay, cool.
So I love you. I appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
Let me just check a couple of comments, because folks I want to make sure you see the encouragement. There go Belinda.
Hey, Belinda.
Wow. And listen.
Wow.
I've had and Lasagna is faithful. And I've had Ayana, the mayor.
My God. You've been doing this for a lot of time.
2 years a week from today. So, okay. So that's just the indication of what happened today.
Okay, well, bless the Lord.
All right, let me go pay some bills. I love you, sis, and I will definitely be in touch.
Love you so much. Bye, everybody.
Thank you. Yo, folks. I don't know what else to say. Dr. Holden, and y'all know I do that loosely sometimes, but yeah, we can give her that title a little bit because I knew it was going to be different. I just had a feeling that today was going to be very different. So share that with someone, not only women, but men. Share that with someone that could benefit from hearing about her story, can benefit from hearing the affirmation that we can walk and chew gum at the same time, Jesus. I'm going to get ready to let you guys go. It's 9:54. So I finally got everything together. And I want to let you guys know that tickets are available. If you go to, just type it exactly like it is. Go to your web browser and type jwj.info/32622. This is where you go to finally get your tickets for the 2-year celebration and Red Cup Awards that's taking place next Saturday at the Underground Cafe in Boston near Northeastern University. So this is where you go to get your tickets. Purchase your tickets for $15 and you will have admittance there. Please also know and understand, it's a little covered with this banner here, but if you plan on attending this little, well, you all can't see me circling the vaccination piece, but proof of vaccination is required in order to enter. I'm not playing with that. Please let your vaccination card be legitimate and not a fake one. You can have it on your phone. You can have it in your wallet, all that other stuff, but we will be checking for vaccination cards because I want to have a good time and not have the thing of COVID on our back. Folks are going to be encouraged to keep their mask on if they're not eating or drinking. And then once you finish eating or drinking, put the mask back on, because though numbers are dropping, we're not clearly out yet. And so that's taking place next Saturday, the 26th at the Underground Cafe. And don't forget, you can go here to purchase your tickets. And once you go to the website, you guys will find this out. But I wanted to let everyone know that we have selected the 2 award recipients for next Saturday. The first award that was established not long after the death of Lasagna's husband, the David Hart Humanitarian Award, will be presented to Thaddeus Miles. The Katrina Ubala Clark Community Service Award will be presented to Miss Cindy Diggs. And so there's another award that I'm presenting, and I'm going to save that until next Saturday. So if you're part of the Java fam, you need to be in the room. But those are the awardees, and we're presenting the awards next Saturday at 3 p.m. We're going to have the Java packs. They are custom boxes made for you. You get a 5-ounce sangria. You get a 5-ounce spike drink for all the mothers board that may not want to consume some of the communion, or if you do, no judgment. But there will be non-alcoholic options for you. You get a menu item, you get a keepsake, and you get possibly a small bag of potato chips, depending on your menu item. And so that will be available for $20. These are going to be available as well. You see this right here? The pins won't be, I'm about to get in trouble. The hoodies, the other hoodies with the JJ on them are going to be available. The pins will not be available for sale or anything. Those are going to be presented to our awardees on Saturday as well. And I think that's it for me and announcements. Today's Thursday, so I'm off tomorrow. Oh, listen, if you are a faith-based leader or a pastor, email me at info@javawithjimmy. Our chief of economic opportunity and inclusion from the city of Boston and his team asked me to make folks aware that he's having a meeting with faith leaders tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. And so if you're interested in being a part of that, email me at info@javawithjimmy.com and I will get you the information. And I think that's it until Monday. Yeah, I think that's it until next Monday, next week, it's going to be an interesting week. I'm going to play a lot of old videos off time. At some point, I'm going to play the very first, not the very, very first, but the March 24th video from 2 years ago. And on Wednesday, I have the honor of bringing into the Java Cafe the former National NAAC president, Dr. Cornell Brooks, will be with us next Wednesday to talk about his work at Harvard University. Shout out to the AJ system that made that happen. I'm also going to put a little sneak tease out there. I'll just say that we'll be on the waterfront sometime this year. There will be a Java Cafe on Boston's waterfront, and we'll keep you abreast about that. All right, that's it for me. Hoodies will be on sale Saturday. The remaining candles will be on sale. I haven't heard back from the mug folks about switching to an overnight Federal Express. My prayer and hope is that the new mugs will be in so we can sell those next Saturday as well. Yeah, that's it. That's it for me. I will see you guys on Monday at 9 a.m. with Dr. Brandy Brooks. Next Tuesday, I'm trying to bring someone in to share a very powerful testimony. We Need to Know Wednesday will be with we got two Dr. Brooks next week. Brandy Brooks on Monday, Cornell Brooks on Wednesday. And on Thankful Thursday, not sure yet, but on Friday the 25th of anniversary week, I'm trying to put together an all-star Freestyle Fridays. Darren Howell confirmed. Carlos Enriquez confirmed. I need to check with two young women because y'all know I like to have that balance. And so the 25th, I don't know if we're going to do 9 or 1 p.m. Probably we'll do 1 p.m. Keep that date open because that Freestyle Friday, yeah, that's going to be interesting. All right, I'm definitely wrapping up now. Well, let me check these comments. Lasagna gave me the benediction, so I can get ready to get out of here. Belinda is saying, I'm getting a red mug, not a red cup, best flower and top fan. Oh, Jesus. It is red. I'm sticking with red cups. And these are the red cups. There's a handle there. This is not a solo red cup, y'all. I didn't think about it when I first named it, but I'm sticking with that. Bishop used to say to the pure, hi, thank you, Jesus. All things are pure. Nope. It'll be acrylic, not plastic, Belinda. I think I got everybody. Thank you, Pastor Marion. The purity of a worshiper. Thank you, Keisha. Blessings and love. Thank you all for being in the room today. I really appreciate all of you. I'm telling you right now, next week is going to be an interesting week. There'll probably be a lot of snotting just because we 2 years that we've been here. And Jesus saying it, something just hit me. And I'm like, wow. So, yeah, I appreciate. What? Y'all got a little convo or something going on here, Jesus? Something about fake ones. And all right, I'm going to get ready to give the benediction. Don't forget, go get your tickets. jwj.info//32622. And you all, be quiet, Sharon. Moist eyes, moist cheeks, all of that. And as red as all this red I got on. But, and I cannot say it enough. There is no Java Cafe. There is no Java fam. And there is no Java with Jimmy without you all. And so I love you. And I appreciate every one of you. All right, let me get off of here so I can go get some stuff done. And as much as I wanted to be prepared, I got to pull a lot of stuff off in the next week. Yeah, see you guys on Monday at 9 a.m. Peace.